Hey there, Sag. It's Jen here. So sorry these are late. I feel like I say that every month now. But this is August 2019 tarot reading for the sign of Sagittarius. All right, so I was sitting here meditating and the cards just started coming out. I haven't looked at them yet. One thing that came through though is I listened to other readers myself, and a couple of them actually recently had mentioned that they started their YouTube channel basically around now in August. And it just got me thinking. So I looked back to see when I started mine, and it was August 11th, 2014. So 5 years. Wow. And I remember when I got 50 views and then when I got 50 subscribers, I was just beside myself. So the fact that I have 8,000 subscribers now just blows my mind. Thank you very, very much. But it made me think, okay, I wonder what was going on around that time. And I think a lot of them had been like 5 years, some were more, but I feel like someone else was, maybe it was Raina Moon. I can't remember. I'm probably getting that wrong, but I was like right around the same time. So I was like, what was going on? I'm not an astrologer, but I just put in the YouTube search engine, um, I don't know, astrology, August 11th, 2014. And it brought up, the first video it brought up was a YouTuber, the Leo King. And what he said was that the universe has shown us a direction in our lives, a magical gateway, and it's time to make a decision if we're going to step through that gateway or not. That's paraphrasing, but something like that. And it just was so interesting to me because I feel like tarot is, I don't know if it's magical, but people see it as sort of on that spectrum of experiences, I guess. And yeah, what just prompted all these people to start doing, and you know what? If it is who I'm thinking it is, she's a Sagittarius as well. Anyway, I feel like that was a message for everyone that look for signs. He said the universe is going to be giving you signs. And I know we're not in 2014 and the heavens could look completely different right now. But I'm just telling you, I feel like it was a message. And so look for signs, ask for signs, believe them when you see signs. Don't let any sword energy you have in your chart creep in and remove the magic from your experience. Yeah, so I don't know, dream big, I guess. All right, let's get started because I have a lot of cards on the table. So at the bottom is this Six of Pentacles. And this is a card of give and take, of paying it forward, paying it back. That everything here is kind of I don't usually read this card this way, but it's just a cycle. And we should do our best to, when we can, keep the cycle going. And that could be giving, but it also could be receiving. And we don't want to rob other people of being able to give because we have trouble receiving. You know what I mean? It's sort of, again, a cycle that goes around. So be gracious when someone compliments you or offers to help, and accept it with grace and know that that will come back around. It's kind of an odd message, but trying to balance things out. It's also a good time when that card comes up to look at your relationships and see if there are any relationships where it seems really out of balance. I mean, there are, of course, some relationships, some dynamics like parent-child where the parent is going to be doing more, and that's the norm, the way it should be. However, if you have friendships relationships of any kind, where you seem to, quote unquote, always be doing more, or you're the default person, it's time to have that hard conversation instead of sometimes what happens is we don't speak up, and then we're like, how can they not see it? And the other person's probably like, they're so controlling. I've just let them do it. You never know what someone's thinking. And a conversation, if it can be done right, I'm bad at that. I statements, Google them and practice them before you have conversations like this. Um, a difficult conversation done with thought and intention, and the spirit of making things better, um, might just in the long run make things better, not worse. All right, let's look at the focus. Here we are, the Queen of Wands. So this is a fire sign person, but she is and don't get hung up on gender. This energy is creative. They create art. They're inspired. They are entrepreneurs. They'll go out on their own. They can be self-employed. They're also leaders and consultants and things like that. So stepping into, whenever a card that represents the suit I'm reading for comes up in the focus, I really believe that is you stepping into your power. We're always, I don't know, it feels like we're always trying to change parts of ourselves. And I always like that story that Liz Gilbert tells in Eat, Pray, Love, where she's at I don't remember what it's called, but the retreat in India. I don't remember. I should get my facts straight. Anyway, she tells the story how she was having trouble meditating and staying still, and she was always chatting with everyone because that's who she is. And she finally was like, "That's it." And I get to have the story a little wrong, but something like this. That's it. I'm taking a vow of silence. I can't just sit still. And she was frustrated. And like the next day, the people at the place where she was, they were like, okay, so what we're going to do is have you be the welcome person for all the new guests coming in. And so literally they put her in a position where she had to talk all the time. And it was just embracing that being authentic. And this is who I am. Like, I talk a lot, and I'm going to find a place where that works for me and that I can use my sort of natural gifts and talents in a creative way that feeds my soul. Let's see what's crossing her. The Five of Swords. Okay, so this is having some conflict. So it's hard to know where this comes in. It could just be a misunderstanding or just different ways of thinking, which is probably the Five of Swords more like it is, or someone's being extremely stubborn. One good thing to think about with a card like this is, first of all, it's a 5. So it's a minor arcana. This isn't going to be something horrible. But I like to say the 5s are like a pebble in your shoe. And if you're just walking to the car, it's not a big deal. But if you're going on a walk or day after day, if it stays in that shoe, you're going to have to stop and do something. Like, it's annoying enough that you have to do something about it. You have to address something. But it's not going to like destroy your whole reality or anything by any means. But this could be like a lack of communication, a lack of teamwork, gossip, I guess, someone being super stubborn, or maybe someone just being obtuse, and again, I get back to this, having that conversation. It's hard, huh? All right, let's look at the basis of the issue. The Queen of Cups. So a water sign. This is someone standing in her power learning to manage your emotions, learning to feel without, she's the ultimate empath, without taking on other people's energy. That's a really tough thing to learn. Okay, the recent past, Eight of Wands. It makes it seem a little bit um, darker in this deck than I think. I love this card. I think it's super positive, but I get it because Eight of Wands, eight, like everything is that's been set in motion is like happening. Like, so something you may get a job offer that you have to move, and you have to do it in like 6 weeks. Or you get multiple offers, or this could be even social, dating online, or you could just all of a sudden have a lot of an uptick in, yeah, your social media, like whatever you're doing, your popularity, your reputation, you're getting like a following potentially. Yeah, you could, or if you applied for something, or like, yeah, I'm not sure. But it can feel like, all this stuff is swirling around you and there are so many moving parts. But it's basically just go along for the ride because it's going to be great. What's crowning us? Oh, the sun. Aha. So this petty bullshit, which is what I think it is, will be, light will be shown on it and it will be cleared up. And so to just, again, stand in your power, you don't have to be, you just have to tell the truth. Basically, be authentic and don't get sucked into the drama. And it's interesting because down here is this. She would get sucked up into the drama. She and I think the Queen of Swords, because she would get emotionally involved, right? So it's like you usually would get emotionally involved, but you're like, nope, I'm going to stay the course and stay motivated to be a certain way, act a certain way. Maybe at work, people are being really, there's a bad atmosphere. And you're just like, nope, I'm staying above it. I'm staying out of it. Aha moments, clarity, vitality. To really this like it just illuminates everything. You'll be seeing, you just want to, or that's what you want the most. Like you just want to see everything clearly and clear up any, like you want, it's almost like you just want peace and calm. You don't want to deal with the gossip. You don't want to deal with being so busy. You just want to be able to be. Like I'm getting a Six of Cups vibe with these kids. Like maybe you need a vacation. Or live someplace where it's super rainy and you're like, maybe I need to move someplace where it's sunny, like um, seasonal affective disorder, or just, again, if I'm sure there's some parts of the country, like maybe the Pacific Northwest, it just gets tons of rain and it's gray a lot. All right, I can't talk. What's in the immediate future? Sorry. This is what I just said with her. It's just, don't get defensive. Just stand your ground. Tell the truth. Don't get sucked in. So there's like, what I'm seeing though, maybe there's like a job, a hot job, or maybe you're going through a breakup and you know how everyone else likes to get involved in your breakup. And I don't know, something where you need to respond, I guess, and just keep it. non-emotional, stick to the facts, stick to I statements, and just relay how it was to you. And that's really all you'll need to do, and it will be over. I feel like, I don't know what that part of the story is. How you see yourself. Ooh, healing, the star, being a healer. Some of you may be thinking of stepping into, just like I was talking about at the beginning, this magical gateway. You may be dreaming big. I like that. Maybe maybe you're going to be like, I'm moving to California, and your family is like, what? You can't do that. And you just have to say, hey, I'm not going to give up on my dreams. How other people what's this? How other people view you. Queen of Pentacles. Wow, so they think you're really, it's funny, you may be feeling like this, just like caught up in a lot going on, but people see you as grounded and down to earth, because you've been communicating. It's like you've gotten more mature or something this month, like something clicked for you. This is where that aha moment, where you're just like, maybe you had to surrender control and just be like, you know what, I can't control what people are saying about, I can't control anyone else but myself. And so I'm going to spend energy I used to spend trying to control other people. Boy, have I done that and still can. I'm just going to let it go. I'm going to surrender it, just be authentic. Like, all right, I'm surrendering this, and I'm just going to state my truth, and that's all I can do. And I think that's very Queen of Pentacles. And you're being smart about money. Yeah, you're like getting your what together this month. Something's motivated you. Hopes and fears. Four of Cups. It's like you're afraid that, being a fire sign, we love that instant gratification. And it's hard for us to be this Queen of Pentacles who is the opposite of instant gratification. She can wait. She knows to wait, to let things grow, to save money. She's just very practical. And look at all the fruit and the trees around her. Like, she's taken care of herself. I just feel like this card is kind of like things haven't worked out before. Maybe this could be a new relationship. And you're like, yeah, but what about the day where I find out that we all tend to date the same people for a while at least? Why are they always angry at me? Why are they always this? Why are they always that? And it just like you can just see like the thrill's gone. So it's almost like we're worried about if we start this YouTube channel, is it going to grow dull? And this is interesting too. This is going to be the longest reading ever. I was listening to Deborah Silverman, the astrologer, I never know what's right, on a podcast. And she was saying, and I'm kind of here lately myself, that when it's the hardest, when you're struggling the most, to keep doing it. If this is the thing that when you started doing, it gave you a high, it was so exciting, and you just felt like this is what I'm meant to be doing. She's like, there will come a period in time when the energy is weird, things are sort of stagnant, you've kind of lost that spark, to just keep at it, because there will be ups and downs. But if you can keep going and push through that, and what just came to my mind, it's like, here's that magical gateway, and are you going to go for what you want, what you've dreamed of when it comes your way? Or are you going to allow yourself to be overwhelmed and use it as an excuse not to step forward and chase your dreams? The choice is ours to make. I forgot to look at what like the moons that are going on. I think we just had a new moon. 5 of Pentacles. Yeah. So I pulled 3 more overall cards came out. So this is sort of the outcome. What this means to me, it's like a culmination. Like, here's that 5. You're sick of worrying about money. I think worrying about money, and I'm not going to be able to support myself, and it doesn't have benefits, and it doesn't have this, and blah, blah, blah. All those excuses that have held you back. I feel like it's not going to hold you back anymore. Either you've figured this out, like this Queen of Pentacles, and gotten your act together, and not that we need to get our act together, but that's what it's going to feel like to you. Or you're going to allow fear-based thinking to prevent you from stepping through that portal. All right, let's see what these last 3 cards are. Nine of Cups is a wish card. That's pretty nice. Look at, she's meditating on the beach. Calmness, stillness. To make a decision like this, you may want to do this. Meditate, go for a walk, go for a hike, go for a swim. Be still. 2 of Pentacles. I feel like there's a lot, like, yeah, we had this sort of energy and thoughts running around in our heads and feeling like there were obstacles to us getting our dreams. But this is now you stepping in and just like, I got it. It's worth it. I'm motivated. I can do this. I'm not going to let it overwhelm me. Because those feelings were all fear-based. Oh my God, the 4 of Wands. This is marriage, celebration, success, a solid foundation. So you do have a solid foundation to move forward. It's just you in your heart of hearts, like, are you going to go for it or not and step through that magical gateway? Have a wonderful month. Take care.